What a week of football we had in week 4. My God, I'm still fucking bitter as fuck that the Eagles lost that game against the Redskins, but I could be a Raiders fan, I could be a Redskins fan, I could be a Saints fan, I could be just a team with just utter despair and hopelessness right now, but I'll just take the good here and know that there's still an ounce of hope for my team, unlike some others. Anyway, week 4 review, then we're going to do our week 5 picks here. You know how it goes. Week 4 started off with an absolute fizzle for the team representing FedEx Field over in Landover, Maryland, the Washington Redskins, who are now all alone, and the HTTR has shut their fucking mouths because Eli, I'm supposed to be terrible, Manning came in and whooped that Redskin ass. Holy fuck. Deshaun Jackson, what did he do in this game? Not much? Keep him. Anyway, yeah, Redskins Nation has shut up so fucking quick. But anyways, you know, just a little rivalry talk here. Yeah, just letting you guys know what the score is and knowing your place in the basement where you belong. Anyway, good on you Giants, for just destroying that team and just causing, and just the sadistic masochist in me loving a quarterback controversy and seeing people worship Kirk Cousins in that brave, bold performance he had against the Eagles in week 3, to that piss poor get the fuck out of town and get RG3 back in the game performance he had on week 4. Oh boy. Oh God. You guys kicked RG3 to the curb real quick, and now all of a sudden a lot of you want him back. Oh, have fun with the rest of the season, Redskins. Green Bay ended up winning, completing my 4th consecutive week of Green Bay doing the exact opposite of what I predicted them to do. So good news, everyone. If you're a Green Bay fan and I predict them to lose, they're gonna win. What did I pick for week 5? Wait and see. Let's see what else here. Buffalo losing to Houston because E.J. Manuel just does not have the stuff to lead a final game-winning drive. The Indianapolis Colts beat the Tennessee Frauds, and as I told you guys, Indianapolis, before we know it, will be 10-2. That 0-2 start was nothing to worry about in Indy. They're going to be just fine. What else happened? Detroit beat the Jets. As for the Jets, you know, actually, no, I don't want to get to it because this kind of just cuts into what I say when I have to review the Monday night games. So hold that thought there, Jets fans. I'll address you in a second here. Tampa Bay winning in Pittsburgh. The rightful quarterback of this team started at quarterback, which was Glennon, replacing Schmitty McGee because Lovie Smith had a hard-on for Josh McCown and wanted to bring old Schmidster to the team with him, and he stunk up the fucking bed. And now the rightful quarterback, the quarterback that I feel honestly earned his right to be the starting quarterback this year, got the job done in Pittsburgh, held that team together, put together a late game winning drive, and oh, what do you know? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that everyone had written off, came into Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers, a team that frankly I don't think is that impressive, and they're going to lose a lot of games this year. They'll be 500 at best. But still, this team that's like is like, oh well, they're giving up. They're not sticking with Schmitty McGee. Lovie Smith is upset. Blah blah blah. Anyway, good on you, old Glennon, for bringing your team out of the ashes there for just one brief week. Minnesota at Oakland. Now, I don't so much want to talk about this game, but rather what happened after this game, with Oakland firing yet another head coach. Week 4 into the season. The guy who drafts David Carr isn't allowed to develop him? Like, what the fuck do you expect, Oakland? What do you expect out of your team when you just keep firing these coaches? What self-respecting coach or any coach worth anything is going to take a job in Oakland when this franchise has clearly shown they're just not going to give people the chance to develop players, to suck for maybe a year or 2 under a coach and then see if they can bust out and do something on year number 3? It's no wonder that this team has been the absolute boot heel of the league when you can't have a coach last 2 years. You can't give a coach a chance for 2 years. It's like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Oakland is going to suck the rest of the year? Like Oakland fans are going to care? Like, I mean, they're used to it at this point. At least let a coach get some sort of reputation in the locker room. Maybe get some players behind him. It's like I said, you're not going to get any coach that is worth his salt come onto this squad, because who's going to want to coach there? Teams suck under good coaches all the time and then get taken to the promised land. Jerry Jones won 1 game his first year coaching the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones. Jimmy Johnson won 1 game. Jerry Jones would have been lucky to win 1 game too. Jimmy Johnson won 1 game his first year coaching the Dallas Cowboys. I guess Jerry Jones should have fired him there, right? And look what happened. They stuck with him. Shit season. Boom. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Fuck the Cowboys. Anyway, I feel bad for the Oakland Raiders fans and anyone that appreciates football in that town, because your team is going to go fucking nowhere if ownership keeps having the spinning, rotating door for every coach that comes in. San Diego beating Jacksonville, yeah, whatever. Minnesota beating Atlanta. Wow. No Adrian Peterson. What the fuck happened, Atlanta? And Niners beating my Eagles. Went over that in my review after the game. Not really much more to add to that. And lo and behold, there is now a tie at the top of the NFC East, because the Dallas Cowboys beat the piss, absolutely curb stomped the New Orleans Saints. I just don't know what the fuck is going on with this team. Either team, for that matter. What is up with the Saints and the Cowboys? All of a sudden are playing respectfully on defense when on paper they're worse than last year. At least they had Sean Lee for half of the year last year. Now, what the fuck is going on? They lose to Marcus Ware this year. What the fuck? It came out to, it was like a 24-0 lead in this game. Didn't the Saints pick up Jerry's Bird? Isn't that an upgrade from Jenkins? Like, what is going on here? Anyway, I hate to admit it, but the fucking Dallas Cowboys are playing some good football. Now, granted, they're much like the Eagles in that, yeah, they got 3 wins, but look who they beat. Not really much of anything. In fact, the Eagles have the more impressive win, beating the Colts. Cowboys, I mean, it's like, who have you beat? But the record's 3-1 no matter what. Anyway, Dallas has a tough schedule, so especially coming up these next few weeks. So we'll see how good they tender with that, and if the real Cowboys team we think they are is going to show up. But anyways, there's no knocking them right now. 3-1 is 3-1. It's the same as the Eagles, so I'm not going to fucking piss on them and say they suck. And finishing the week, and then I'll go into my Jets point about this game here. New England absolutely getting decimated. Tom Brady having one of his worst games ever against the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that is just absolutely plagued with injuries. And Andy Reid couldn't beat New England here. Couldn't beat Belichick when he was the coach of the Eagles, but now he put a curb stomp down on him in Kansas City. And going back to my point about the Jets, after that Jets game on Sunday, I was like, there is absolutely no reason to keep playing Geno Smith, because that Jets team is going nowhere. You might as well just put Vic in, not throw Geno Smith out to the Wolves, because frankly, there's just not enough playmakers around Geno Smith to win anything. So why even risk him right now? Fucking throw Michael Vick out there and let him play a few games till he gets inevitably injured. But here's the thing. That AFC East is so fucking weak right now that it's conceivable that 7 wins is going to win that division. And knowing how bad the Patriots played on Monday night, now granted it's just 1 game, but what did the Patriots do the week before against Oakland in New England? They barely scratched and clawed to a win against the Oakland Raiders. This Patriots team sucks. The Jets suck. The Bills suck. The Dolphins suck. Anyway. any of those teams can win the AFC East. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe Geno Smith should keep starting. That AFC East, it's amazing. We're going into week 5, and I don't see how any team is arguably any better off or worse at winning the division than either one right now. Holy shit. Anyway, into my week 5 predictions. Okay, starting off with Thursday Night Football, Minnesota at Green Bay. As I said, I've successfully picked the wrong outcome for Green Bay every single week this year. But, oh my God, it's looking like Christian Ponder might be the quarterback for Minnesota, and him winning in Green Bay, I don't know. It might not be Christian Ponder because Bridgewater practiced yesterday, so we'll see. But he's still questionable with that ankle injury. Either way, I don't see either quarterback winning in Green Bay. So I'm picking the Packers to win. I'm sorry, Packers fans. I'm sorry. I'm going to pick the Packers to win. Chicago at Carolina. Carolina, man, got busted up by Old Man Smith last week against the Ravens. Just another thing about last week is there's like 6 games that were 3 touchdown or more deficits. That's phenomenal. That's like college football type stuff. I'm just kidding. It's not anything like college football. College football, you win by 60, 70 points. Like 10 different teams every week, so let's not get ridiculous. College football's so fucking unwatchable. But anyway, Carolina just didn't look good. They're playing with a lot of second and third string guys on that team, and it's just, I don't know. I just don't see much hope for them. Sorry, Carolina Panthers fans, but I see Chicago winning this game in Carolina. Cleveland at Tennessee. Tennessee is arguably one of the worst teams in the league. They wouldn't be the worst if teams like Oakland weren't out there, but that team just fucking sucks. Just look for the Cleveland Brownies to win. St. Louis at Philadelphia. I'll give you that review a little bit later this week and my thoughts about that and reflection about what happened last week a little more and blah, blah, blah. Atlanta at the New York Giants. Up at MetLife Stadium. I remember the stadium today. Anyway, I think last week was kind of a fluke for Atlanta. I look for them to rebound, and I look for them to win up in the friendly confines of MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, not New York. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Oh, boy. New Orleans is hopeless right now, and Glennon looked pretty good against Pittsburgh. I don't see them being good enough to beat New Orleans at home. I just don't. But I wouldn't be surprised. The way New Orleans is playing this year, I would not be surprised if they lost. Actually, New Orleans hasn't really been playing that bad up until last week. I mean, like barely losing to the Brownies and playing close games is fine. But there's no excuse for how bad you got fucking pistol whipped by the Cowboys. So, look for New Orleans to win. Houston at the Dallas Cowboys. This is the tough stretch of the Dallas Cowboys schedule. This, I feel, will be their toughest game right now. Yes, tougher than the San Francisco 49ers, which I'll get to in a second. I got the Cowboys winning this game. Home game, the Battle of Texas as it is, whenever the Houston Texans and Dallas Cowboys meet up. Expect a lot of both teams' fans there, as usual, as it is in Dallas, because there's 6 billion seats in that stupid Jerry World Stadium. So anyways, look for Dallas to win there. Buffalo at Detroit. Detroit's just playing good football right now, and Buffalo isn't. Detroit's going to win at home. Baltimore at Indianapolis. It all depends on what Old Man Smith does in this game. If he keeps defying physics and common logic for his age and putting up 2+ touchdowns in a game, like, yeah, there's not much you're going to do to beat a guy like that. But I think Indianapolis is going to get the better of Baltimore in this one, and Baltimore will pump their brakes a little bit here. So look for Indianapolis to win at home. Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got to win a game eventually, and looking at their schedule, I think this is the game. Pittsburgh is coming up a tough defeating loss, that's a bit redundant, a tough back-breaking type loss to a team that no one, that fucked up so many people's suicide leagues. No one saw them beating saw Tampa Bay winning in Pittsburgh. I got Jacksonville in the upset this week. I got Jacksonville's good for a couple wins this year, and this is going to be one of them. Go Jacksonville. Go Gus. Coach Gus. Arizona at Denver. I got 2 upset specials in a row. I got the Arizona Cardinals winning this game. I think this defense is going to not only contain Peyton Manning, but they're going to get to Peyton Manning. I predict 5 sacks out of this game. 5 sacks at Peyton Manning. When does that ever happen to Peyton Manning? This Sunday, that's when it's going to happen. I got the Cardinals winning. I'm sorry. I just have a better vibe feeling about them. I don't care who the fuck the quarterback is for Arizona. They're going to win this game. Get it done, Arizona. God, I jinxed them. I jinxed them so fucking bad. Kansas City at San Francisco. Now, I said I would get to the 49ers here in a second and saying how I think that Houston game against Dallas is a tougher game than San Francisco playing against Dallas. Because, again, and this may just sound like bitter because they beat my team and all, San Francisco doesn't scare me, doesn't impress me. This is a team that the Eagles had 200 yards of offense and San Francisco barely won the game. Like, do you think division rivals like Seattle and Arizona were watching this game going, oh no, San Francisco woke up, we're fucking scared? Hell no, they were sitting there in the bye week pointing and laughing at their screens going, the Eagles are driving to win this game? 49ers fucking suck. Anyway, they beat my team, so my team sucks too, to be fair there. Okay, anyway. The 49ers, just nothing impresses me. Kaepernick looked like fucking shit against this Eagles defense that has been getting to no quarterback this year. He was so fucking pressured from a very weak Eagles front seven, and I shut him down pretty much. I know he won the game and all. He made a few clutch passes, and if it wasn't for that one little crossfield pass to Gore, we wouldn't be saying shit at all about the 49ers. But I know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but then blah, blah, blah. The win is the win. You guys won. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, look for Kansas City to beat that fucking San Francisco ass, because Kansas City, unlike the 49ers, is a real football team. I'm just fucking with you. I'm over-exaggerating San Francisco, but still, you're not that impressive. Not that impressive. Jets at San Diego. Oh, sorry, Jets. You're going to lose this game. But good news is, well, the next game, Cincinnati at New England, New England's going to lose their game too. So don't worry, Jets fans. You're still going to be a viable contender because Cincinnati at New England, Cincinnati's going to go to New England and whoop that ass. If the Oakland Raiders had no problem playing competitive football against New England in New England, Cincinnati is playing the best football in the league right now. They are going to pistol whip them worse than the Kansas City Chiefs did. Oh, I said it. They might have mercy, though. They might just get ahead by 3 touchdowns, and unlike Kansas City, won't take their foot off the throttle. And just one other thing. Kansas City, congratulations to the Kansas City Royals beating the Oakland shitbag A's last night, who have just completely, just utterly imploded from the greatest team in baseball this year to being the biggest laughingstock. And I think they need to make a Moneyball Part 2 because Billy Beane has had books and movies made about him and about what he's did with this Oakland A's team. I think they need to do a Part 2 when showing how his genius logic and everything and trading away Cespedes and shit like that this year has resulted in 0 playoff series victories. Like, this team hasn't even gotten an ounce of advancement in the playoffs. It's been Detroit's bitch in the last 2 playoffs, and now it's Kansas City's bitch this year in the playoffs. So, good on you, Billy Beane. That's great. You make a competitive team that goes absolutely nowhere in the postseason. Billy Beane is such a genius. Anyway, but congrats to the Royals. That's the biggest thing, because that was a fucking thrilling win of a game last night. And unless you're rooting for the team that the Kansas City Royals plays against, it is like impossible to root against this Royals team right now, because they symbolize what is left that is good of the game of baseball? What is pure? What is a team that built from the grassroots, didn't have to go through free agency, etc., etc.? Is this a baseball video or a football video, Archfiend? Anyways, good on the fucking Royals. Go Royals. I mean, my Phillies aren't in it, so go fucking Royals. Ending! Oh boy, ending week 5. I can't wait to watch this game. Whoa! The Seattle Seahawks at FedEx Field. Oh my God, to play the Redskins. What a fucking treat this was. Oh, schedule makers, thank you. Thank you for making this, because if my Eagles go on to lose, I will just sit back and watch the utter decimation of the basement-dwelling Redskins, and just to see them just get utterly just butt-thumped by the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, that would be great. By the way, the byes this week, sorry I didn't point them out last week. The byes are Miami and Oakland. It's rightful to give them the bye since they were flying from across the pond over there in England. So schedule makers did something right there. Anyway, I like these matchups in week 5. Week 4 was a college football-esque blowout type week. And man, I think there's going to be a lot more things that are really clear this week as to who's a contender and who's a pretender, and we'll see if I can, for the 5th consecutive week, pick the exact opposite for the Green Bay Packers, and it's ridiculous it's gone this far. Have a good... I almost said... Jesus Christ. Fuck the Cowboys! I don't know why, I just totally lost my train of thought there at the end of the video. Fuck the Cowboys. It's fucking ruined. They keep winning. I'm gonna go cry now. I think that's probably why I stammered there at the end, because saying fuck the Cowboys is kind of worthless because they win games now. God damn it. Go Royals. Have a good day, everyone.